Simone Sanders saying that, but she used to be Bernie Sanders' communications director back during the 2016 campaign. And the fact that she said, I think the beginning of that, she said, I'm trying to keep myself from laughing at Joe's question about why aren't there going to be debates, or are there going to be debates? Like, they really think it's a joke, and that's what they think.
This is Joe Scarborough?
Joe Scarborough.
Okay, gotcha.
Joe Scarborough asking the question.
Who was he asking?
He was asking.
You can just play the clip.
The Democratic side, Bobby Kennedy Jr., doing well. He's at 19%. Hasn't really gotten that much out there. I mean, and I'm starting to hear more and more talk about him. Are we going to actually have a challenge here?
I'm trying not to laugh, Joe. There's not going to
Wait,
be.
can I stop you for a second?
Yes.
Do you know how many people said the same thing about Donald Trump in 2015 on this show?
Except I will
The
note,
same exact
yes,
thing.
because there was going to be a Republican primary. But I really think that the mealy-mouthed Democrats, as I like to call them, and some of my progressive friends who would like to live in a fantasy land, they need to come back to reality. Yeah. And the reality is this: the sitting president of the United States of America is a Democrat that would like to run for re-election, so much so that he has declared a re-election campaign. Right. In that case, the Democratic National Committee will not facilitate a primary process. There will be no debate stage for Bobby Kennedy, Marianne Williamson, or anyone else to stand on.
So we're going to have another Bobby Kennedy in an empty chair in the debate, right?
There will be no debate.
Yeah, no debate.
The Democratic National Committee administers the debates, and they're not going to set up a primary process for debates for someone to challenge the head of the Democratic Party.
So here's what I hope Bobby Kennedy does is goes to you guys, goes to Joe Rogan, goes to multiple people who have platforms and say, will you host a debate? Invite Joe Biden, invite Marianne Williamson, and let him not show up. The key word is there. She says they have to come to reality. And what is the reality? That the DNC believes that they are the arbiters of democracy. And they will decide if there's no debates, then there will be no debates. Well, guess what? There's a whole country out here that's actually interested. The fact that Bobby Kennedy is I think he's north of 20% now. He hasn't even been in a campaign for a month at this point. The fact that Joe Biden has such low approval, they're less than 30% of Democrats who even want him to run, and yet they're saying there will be no debate because of the DNC. There's a lot of folks out there who would like to hear more and learn more, and I hope that Bobby Kennedy creates that opportunity and invites Joe Biden to show up.
I think that's a brilliant idea. I think we might want to implement that strategy, Pat. Question for you, Tulsi. I mean, I think it's disgusting that they're just kind of hiding Joe Biden in a basement. It's almost sort of like a Weekend at Bernie's type of thing. They're just going to string him out there. But at the same time, if you look at the Republican primary, Trump has, in so many words, said that he probably won't even show up to the RNC debates. Do you think Trump should man up and debate DeSantis?
I don't think it's a matter of manning up. I mean, Trump just did this CNN town hall that I don't know that DeSantis would agree to do a CNN town. I don't know. Maybe he would, maybe he wouldn't. But for every debate that I've seen, Trump has done very well.
No doubt.
So I don't think it's a matter of
manning
up. But no, I mean, I think that he would probably do well, and I think the voters would appreciate being able to have candidates there on the stage. Obviously, it's up to him, and he'll make a decision, but I think it would send a strong statement.
Is it fair to say, 2016 you were Bernie, 2020 Biden, you endorsed Biden. If it were Trump, Biden again in 2024, how likely is it that you would vote for Trump this time around?
I will not be supporting Joe Biden under any circumstances. What happened in 2016 or 2020 rather at that point was, the race on the Democratic primary side had virtually been decided. And I've known Joe Biden for a long time. And I felt that the Joe Biden I knew was a good-hearted man who had the best of intentions for the country. And so I had hoped that he would listen to his better angels and provide the kind of leadership that our country needed. Unfortunately, he has proven that to be wrong. I mean, that hope unfortunately never came about. And I think obviously he is the president. He is responsible. He is accountable. The people he has surrounded himself with are more divisive, more destructive, have pushed us to the brink of World War III and nuclear war from a domestic policy and a foreign policy standpoint, have been have had a destructive effect on our country that I'm concerned if they were to continue and be reelected, it would take us to a place that perhaps we could not come back from, number one. And number two, before long, we would have a President Kamala Harris as commander-in-chief, which I and others who wear the uniform find to be scary beyond belief.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.